opinions. Ayon con la política, opinions. Sonia Badon contre la politica, opinions. Sonia Badon contre la politica, opinions. Ayon con 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 la politica, opinions. Sonia Badon contre la politica, opinions. Sonia Badon contre la politica, opinions. Ayon con la politica, opinions. Ayon con la politica, opinions.
I can still hear music playing. Good good afternoon. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Popular Opinion. I am your host, Shawan Burns. And in today's video, we are going to talk about did Diddy do it? Okay. This is a subject that it's been in the news for quite some time, but Diddy was arrested yesterday and he was denied bail. They froze some of his assets. So we're going to get into discussing and how and why and what's going on. Of course, we have our lovely super producer that's joining me. What's up, super producer?
What's going on? What is going on? Did he do it?
Did he do it or did he do
Did
it?
he do it? I mean, this has been going on for like how many months now? How many months we've been?
Well, since last year, I know the first civil lawsuit came out against Diddy. It's always been like speculations and rumors about his sex capades, I guess you want to call it.
But come on,
Um,
this is what do you say? Love, sex, and rock and roll. This, I mean, ain't that what they do?
yeah,
I
you
mean,
know,
is
I
isn't
think
that
he
a
took it. I think he took it a step too step further than
but
love,
isn't that what they
sex.
do? You know, in the music industry, they have parties.
Yeah,
Everybody parties.
yeah.
So, I mean, my first question is, why is he being singled out? Because so many people attend these parties. Like,
And yeah, that's a good question. But I believe that he's being singled out is because he just was a little bit too violent with his I mean, and then the nature of his violence with his sexual appetite, I think it was bound to happen that someone would have turned him in or actually mustered up the courage to speak out against him.
I
I know you. I think you have another theory.
have another theory. Good morning, Javar. How are you? Good morning to everyone that's coming in. We are talking about the trending topic today. We are talking about, did he do it? And listen, I think the first person to say that, the person that introduced that phrase was 50 Cent. He is the biggest troll I know. I love him. When he trolls you, you are trolled. Do you understand me? He came out with that thing and he was like, did he do it? I was like, that is genius. That is freaking genius.
50 Cent been clowning him.
Yeah, I mean, he been on his ass. I mean, he been on his ass. And so much so that he asked Diddy to sell him a whole bunch of stuff. Like he would come up there and he would be like, you know, you better go ahead and sell me this because that way at least you'll know you'll be able to buy it back when you get out. I was like, what? Is he a friend or is he a foe? What is he doing? Like, that is crazy to me. What is he talking about? Then he would say, well, did he do it? I mean, I'm here. He was like, I'm here for you. All you gotta do is sell me, you know, XYZ, and when you get out, you'll be able to buy it back.
Right.
I thought that was a good, I mean, to me, that was funny. That was funny. And to be said, he is the king at what he do. He is the king of trolling.
I wanted to share this. 50 Cent posted this yesterday. He said, here, I am keeping good company with at the Drew Barrymore show, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube at the house.
Somebody said he went from Sean Combs they say he went from Puff Daddy from Sean Combs to Puff Daddy to P. Diddy to Diddy to Love, and now in jail, he's baby oil. I was done. I said, you know what, y'all got too much time on your hands to be thinking about this man in that manner. I mean, they ran down all his names and was like, he's gonna be baby oil in jail. I was like, you know what?
He gonna be slipping and sliding.
Okay. I was like,
come in, little flipper.
Not y'all ridiculing the black man. Not y'all ridiculing the black man. Okay. Y'all so petty. Y'all so petty. It don't need, like, black people are the most unserious people on this planet.
We are the most unserious.
You could be going through the worst thing in your life, and somebody
we will roast you.
I mean, somebody gonna have something to say about your downfall. I'm just like, this is insane. This is insane.
Yeah, this is insane.
It's very insane. So you had something that you wanted me to play for the people, so we're going to play that.
Yeah, and this is just basically Damian Williams. He is discussing, he's given a summary of the indictment and basically what they found during the search. Remember, Homeland Security actually raided both of his homes in Manhattan and Florida, and he's just like laying out what they found, and what the allegations and what they have indicted him for.
And I do have the actual indictment that we can look at, and I'm gonna put that up. We're gonna put that up. But another thing that I read yesterday was that P. Diddy voluntarily relocated back to New York, and he actually knew that this was coming. Per his lawyers, this is what this is the statement that they put out, saying that he knew that this was coming and that P. Diddy isn't a perfect man. I'm like, man, perfect? This man done failed like 7 times. He done drugged this lady. He done beat this lady up. He done, intimidated people, which we'll get into that because that's the reason why he didn't get any bail. The judge did explain that and said that he didn't get bail because people have been intimidated, people have been threatened, whether it be directly or indirectly. And he felt like, no, he's a danger and he's going to stay locked up. That, wow. So I'm going to play this video and I guess we'll discuss it afterwards.
Okay.
Morning, everyone. My name is Damian Williams, and I'm the U.S. Attorney here in the Southern District of New York.
And he fine.
Today, I'm announcing the unsealing of a 3-count indictment, charging Sean Combs with racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking,
He's so
interstate
smart.
transportation for
Nerdy.
prostitution. The indictment alleges that between at least 2008 and the present, Combs abused, threatened, and coerced victims to fulfill his sexual desires, protect his reputation, and conceal his conduct. As alleged in the indictment, to carry out this conduct, Sean Combs led and participated in a racketeering conspiracy that used the business empire he controlled to carry out criminal activity, including sex trafficking, forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and the obstruction of justice. Let me say a little bit more about the charges. The indictment alleges that Combs abused and exploited women and other people for years, and in a variety of ways. As alleged, Combs used force, threats of force, and coercion to cause victims to engage in extended sexual performances with male commercial sex workers, some of whom he transported or caused to be transported over state lines.
Hey,
Hi, Mark
stop
Barden.
it.
It's Sandy Hook Promise here.
Stop it right there. But you see, I don't know if you remember that producer that filed a lawsuit against him. What is the guy's name? But anyway, he claimed that he was basically pimped out by Diddy. You know who I'm talking about? I think he's from like Africa somewhere.
Oh my God, no, I didn't see this. But for me, I'm feeling like this is so reminiscent of Bill Cosby without the drugs.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I'm at a loss right now because
his
I
name is
literally,
Little Rod.
right,
His name is Little Rod.
I literally thought that he was gonna say women, and he said men, and threw me off. I was.
Well, he has, and this is the rumor. This is the rumor about Diddy, and I don't know if it's a rumor anymore. I believe Diddy is bisexual, and I think he has a problem with control. So let me just share this tab with you.
Well, I feel like most men and women with money or in a position of power feel like they are dominant over people.
Yeah.
So with him being a record label, person, the president, I feel like, that would lead him to feel like people should do what he says. He has money. His money oftentimes is able to buy him things that other people cannot obtain, including saying, hey, I want to pay $1,000 for that bike you ride and give me that bike. And people do it. You see what I'm saying? So that would, like have a sense of entitlement. Good morning, Shanita. How are you? Like have a sense of entitlement. And so I feel like once you do have that in your work life, it kind of like spills over to your personal life, and it's just so many things surrounding him. Kim's death,
Yeah, Kim. It's
Suppose-
a lot of suspicious activities. No one really. Hey, Diddy did this, but it's like, okay, all roads lead to Rome, and at the end of the road is Sean Puffy Combs.
Right. I mean, like if everybody's saying it, it can't be a lie. Right?
Yeah, if
okay.
everybody's saying it. Everybody's
Yeah.
saying you're such a horrible and nasty and violent person. It can't be a lie.
Well,
But
for
yeah,
me, it's all of these parties because the parties people assume lots of things with these come with these parties. There's drinking, there's been allegations of orgies, I guess, alleged orgies. you know, the amount of celebrities that have attended these parties. And like I said, I'm going to ask the question again. Why is he being singled out? After every awards show, after every music show, there's after parties. There, people go to them. There's lots of them, lots of different ones thrown by different companies that people attend. Why is he being singled out? Like, this is my question. If you can answer that in the chat, then put the answer for me in the chat. But I haven't been able to find out. Well, I have a theory, but I haven't been able to find any solidified evidence on why he is being singled out. Now, the case, in the case of Cassie, definitely you need to be prosecuted for that to the fullest extent of the law. And you need to get some counseling. I feel like when someone commits a domestic battery, or, you know, a domestic dispute is involved, that should always come with a conviction and a mandatory therapy. That's the way I feel.
Yeah, after that.
Right.
For both parties. But Damian Williams, he's going to get into details of, as far as the sexual things and in the drugs and stuff like that.
Lord, let's hear that, I guess. Oh my God, I'm a little scared.
It's heartbreaking, girl.
I'm a little scared.
Shocking.
Because I'm listening to this, like what you're saying, and I'm just seeing R. Kelly all over again. It's like R. Kelly part 2.
Girl, he got R. Kelly beat. R. Kelly
Wow.
don't got nothing on him.
Oh, wow.
Allegedly planned and controlled the sex performances, which he called freak-offs. And he often electronically recorded them. The freak-offs sometimes lasted days at a time, involved...
Wait, but don't this part sound exactly like R. Kelly?
I didn't know if he had freak-offs and stuff like
No,
that.
not the freak-off part, but the recording part.
Oh, yeah. But no, he when they raided his house, he had cameras in every single room. Every single room. He didn't have no home video camera. He had a whole system, you know, intertwined, hardwired to.
But it's still creepy.
Location.
Like, for me, it's creepy either way. Whether you bring out a camera or you have one set up, or it's, you know.
But you know, a lot of time, like R. Kelly, you knew you were being recorded. Sean.
So this is like you didn't know?
You didn't know? No, they didn't know they was being recorded.
Wow.
Listen to him. He's gonna say what he did.
Jaguar was right.
Oh yeah, Jaguar. If you listen, even though Jaguar sounds kind of crazy, everything she's saying is coming to you know, the surface.
I mean, at least they're making it look, you know, making her look right. Because she got her own set of problems too.
She does have.
So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you know, you have to take some of these things with a grain of salt, but it looks like on this particular topic, she might have had something. Yeah. Okay, let's I'm gonna stopping it. Let's go.
Multiple commercial sex workers, and often involved a variety of narcotics such as ketamine, ecstasy, and GHB, which Combs distributed to the victims to keep them obedient and compliant. As alleged, when Combs didn't get his way, he was violent, and he subjected victims to physical, emotional, and verbal abuse so that they would participate in the freak-offs, and that Combs hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims, at times by their hair. On one occasion in March of 2016, that conduct was captured on video and later reported in the media. Specifically, Combs kicked, dragged, and threw a vase at a victim in a Los Angeles hotel when the victim was attempting to flee. As alleged, these assaults often resulted in injuries to the victims, which took days or weeks to heal. In addition to the violence, the indictment alleges that Combs threatened and coerced victims to get them to participate in the freak-offs. He used the embarrassing and sensitive recordings he made of the freak-offs as collateral against the victims. And the indictment alleges that he maintained control over the victims in several ways, including by giving them drugs, by giving and threatening to take away financial support or housing, by promising them career opportunities, by monitoring their whereabouts, and even by dictating their physical appearance. Because of all of this, the indictment alleges that the victims did not believe they could refuse Combs without risking their security or facing more abuse. The indictment also alleges other acts of violence undertaken by Combs and others, including...
Hold on. You know you going down when the man got 2-3 papers that he got to read. You know that you finna go all the way out. This man is flipping through actual papers that he's reading.
No,
So
wait till you get to the 6-minute mark is hilarious.
I am just flabbergasted that he has a whole, like, he's actually picking up papers and he's like page 2.
So you never watched him read indictments before, Damian Williams?
No, like I've never
Girl,
watched him.
He's always on point. He's the same guy who prosecuted Robert Menendez. That's the guy who the senator that was caught with the gold bars.
Oh yeah,
taking
okay.
bribes from Israel, not Israel, but somewhere in Africa.
Right, but listen, he strikes me as a man that is about his business in front of the camera.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like behind the scenes in his office, when this came across his desk, he said, "Oh, that bitch guilty." And he probably like pulled up Diddy and was like, pulled up the 50 Cent and said, "Oh, he did it." Did he do it? He did it.
He did.
You know, I feel like he's like, you know, he's all business in front of the camera, but when he get off that camera, he be like, that bitch going down. Like, like I feel like that's what he like. Oh, this is bad. Like you know, off camera, he's like, man, I grew up with this dude. This is bad. You know, I feel like that's what he's saying to himself. But then he collects himself and he's like, and these are the charges. I'm like, what? Yeah, that's how he like.
I guess he doesn't have to. He can't show emotion. Like, dang, you did.
Yeah, but I know. Listen, I know in his private office that is what he's saying, because look at him. He's like around our age. He grew up with Diddy, just like I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Yep. We ain't
okay.
going nowhere. Bad boy
I know that he grew up with Diddy, so I know this is like he's like outside of his mind. Like, I can't believe I'm going to walk out to this podium with the seal of New York City on it and say these things about somebody I grew up listening to. Like, that's it for me. Like, that is like, and two, that's the shock for me too. I'm like, are they gonna take down all of our heroes from the 90s?
You said all of them. Basically, girl, they going.
Okay, it seemed like that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Okay,
basically.
I'm sorry.
Violence against witnesses to his abuse, kidnapping, and arson. The indictment alleges that on more than one occasion, Combs carried or brandished firearms to intimidate and threaten victims and witnesses. Now, Combs did not do this all on his own. As I mentioned, Combs has been charged with RICO conspiracy. He used his business and employees of that business and other close associates to get his way.
Wait, how we get to a RICO? And explain to me how
you gotta realize that his parties wasn't like, 2 to 3 people. He had massive parties. They rented out hotel rooms. People were flown in on his private jet.
Wait a minute, baby. Listen, this man been under investigation since only last, I think it was October, November in 2023. Freaking mayor of Dalton been stealing money since 2021. And she still ain't been indicted. And this man only been investigated since then. And they done indicted this man, put him in jail with no bail. And you mean to tell me the mayor of Dalton is still out here? Thought I told you that we won't stop.
Well, I think they always have been looking into Puff Daddy. I came across this video and I shared it on my live yesterday. This man was arrested in 2018, and he claimed that he was Diddy's sex slave. Okay, and he just brought up Diddy's name, and he said he was actually paid to have relations with Cassie, you know. And this guy was a foreign guy, and he talked to Secret Service and the FBI about this encounter. They had they have a video about it. But anyway, I think he's always been on their radar, but they didn't have enough substantial evidence to go to the judge. Hey, we want to actually look into his property or raid his property.
And I'm gonna say again,
Mm-hmm.
I believe Henyard has been on their radar since she had that house full of mold with them renters in it, which probably was right around the same time.
Well, so like I believe on that note, and that's a good point. Henyard is small time compared to Puff Daddy. Puff Daddy, he could make mountains move. Henyard, only mountain she's moving is just within Thornton Township.
Well, she moved the $6 million mountain. I mean, that ain't enough.
It's not enough for people to say, to get this like really quick. And she doesn't have the access as Puff Daddy, so we can't, they're not the same. I don't think they're the same on the same level of comparison.
Okay.
I'm
just checking because, baby, listen, the charges is sounding the same. Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Those individuals allegedly included high-ranking supervisors in the business, personal assistants, security staff, and household staff. The indictment alleges that those individuals facilitated the freak-offs. They booked the hotel rooms and stocked them with the supplies.
Oh my God.
Including drugs, baby oil, personal lubricant, extra linens, and lighting. When the hotel rooms got damaged, they helped clean it up. They arranged for victims and commercial sex workers to travel for the freak-offs, and they delivered large quantities of cash to Combs to pay for the commercial sex workers. The indictment also alleges that they helped Combs cover up his crimes. During the March 2016 incident at the LA hotel that I mentioned earlier, a member of the hotel security staff intervened, and Combs attempted to bribe the staff member with a stack of cash to make sure that what happened was kept quiet. And as the indictment alleges, in late 2023, after public allegations were made about Combs's crimes, he and others pressured witnesses and victims to stay silent, including by making phone calls to witnesses and victims and giving them a false narrative of what they had experienced. And as alleged, Combs used others to help conceal his abuse by monitoring and preventing victims from leaving a location in order to hide their injuries, or by locating and contacting a victim who had attempted to flee. As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs's residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs's electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether. Here are some of the items that we recovered during the searches. As you can see here, this is a drum magazine, large capacity, and it contains, I believe, 59 rounds.
Ooh.
I mentioned as well, we recovered 3 AR-15s. This is a close-up shot of one of the AR-15s, and you can see right here, the serial number has been thoroughly defaced.
What?
Another picture of more ammunition, and parts of 2 AR-15s right there.
Child, I'm sorry. If he was prosecuting me, I would just confess. Because do you see the way he pointed at that board? Like, this
You-
is it. He did this. I would just be like, I did it. Can listen, have mercy on me. Because it looked like when he pointed this thing, this man is going to prosecute like his life depend on it. And Diddy is going under this jail. I
Well,
mean,
and we need to recognize, and a lot of people don't understand when they try to prosecute you as a RICO charge, typically gun charges, sexual trafficking usually is applied to like mafia type gangsters type stuff, financial crimes, things of that nature. Attorney general, they have a high prosecuting success rate. So Diddy, he is essentially he's going to jail. We know he's going to go to jail. It is we're just need to determine how much time he's going to get. Now, I know you have a rumor or your own speculations, but what I've been hearing is, and these are with, I was in a room with some just white folks, and they were saying that they think Diddy's gonna be Jeffrey Epstein.
it allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that he knew him. And I have the Epstein file, the deposition. I have it.
Mm-hmm.
And in it, there are several names that are redacted.
Redacted. Mm-hmm.
And you don't know who they talking about.
Okay.
And I feel like one of those people that they are talking about is him. Because
Puff
this
Daddy?
man moved, huh?
You think they talking about Puff Daddy in the
Yeah,
Jeffrey
because
Epstein film?
look at the circles that he moved around in. If you look at all of these pictures, there are top record executives, there are businessmen. You know what I'm saying? There are men with money.
Mm-hmm.
They are Jewish, of Jewish descent, some of them.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the money people. So
Mm-hmm.
I believe that he is in that um
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so another thing I want to point out about this RICO charge. Okay, so essentially a RICO charge, they usually have co-conspirators. Just like, Donald Trump, they charging him with that RICO charge. He has 18 co-conspirators. Okay, so if they're charging him with the RICO charge in the next coming months, we're going to see other heads roll. And I would like to point out Sharnita's um chat. She put in here, Young Miami should be in jail too. Young Miami was on Puff Daddy's payroll, and he used to pay her $250,000 a month, and her job was to keep the drugs stocked and keep the women stocked. She would go out there and collect talent or recruit talent. And these are sex girls.
and then she trying to act like she ain't did nothing.
Oh, she's very guilty. She's
First of
very
all,
guilty.
let me tell you, when I was done with her, okay, when I said they need to separate from each other because they incriminating each other. That time she got on social media and somebody was calling her out. I can't remember who it was, but she said, I know you're not talking because you a eater. If he tell you to eat me, you will. I was like, what? Girl,
That's disgusting.
you need to be quiet. Don't you testify for me. See, like if I was somebody, I would be like, oh no, I don't want to date her because you no.
Well, but you got to realize, so he dated Young Miami, even though their relationship was like undercover relationship. It was like a secret, but he dated Young Miami, and I believe Young Miami, she likes that kind of thing,
Child, to me,
and that's why they were like Boon Coon, Ace Boon Coon.
these young people, they do anything. They do everything and anything that comes to their mind. They are very risque and they will accept anything. So I'm like, mm-mm. Okay, this right here.
Okay. Uh-huh.
This right here.
Okay.
That is what I feel about some of these young people out here moving, because they are so desperate to be a celebrity or to be well known that they will accept and do these things. And now look at what you got yourself wrapped up into.
Shanita is asking a question. Is this the same district that convicted Trump? If so, they got 34 on him. What do you think they were about to do to Puff? I think it might be more than 34, because you got to, they're talking about from 2008 all the way up to now since the indictment was filed. So you're talking about years and years of they claiming him to sex trafficking, drug, and all that stuff. And one another thing, are you gonna read the through the indictment a little bit, or
Yeah, I'll pull it up. You want me to pull it up now?
yeah, if you want to, yeah. Or
You
did you
keep
want to get
talking.
to your theory,
Okay,
or
keep talking.
okay.
Finish your thought and then I'll bring it up.
Okay, so when they're talking about the different charges that they could charge him for, um this RICO charge and all these drugs and all this stuff, but they're gonna throw the book at him. They're not just gonna say, oh, you're gonna get one or two charges. No, a RICO charge, 34 counts. Hey, 34 counts for Donald Trump business transactions as it related to Stormy Daniels. So we're talking about one person that received cash. Many different people in Trump, not Trump, but what's his name? Sean Puffy Combs' enterprise received cash for these freak off parties.
And I would assume that everybody kind of received cash because it's not traceable. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not traceable. So, and most people, that's what how the sex workers get paid. They get paid in cash. They get cash on delivery. I need my money.
Right,
So,
right.
you
Well,
know,
and I had a question when I was streaming talking about this yesterday. Are they saying Puff Daddy, was this like another business enterprise for him? Sex trafficking
I
and
believe
having
that
these freak off
that's
parties?
what they're trying to say.
Or he just threw parties? Because I was thinking like, oh, he's just throwing parties because he's a freak.
Okay, so that's what what you're asking is what I think they're trying to imply.
Okay.
Um, and but what I really think is what you just said, that he just be throwing parties because he was a freak. And but and he knew that because he's P. Diddy, he can get anybody to come to his party. You know what I'm saying? So if he saw someone, let's say like these emerging actresses or something, and he saw a real pretty one, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna invite her because I want her to come to my party."
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like most people would say yes, because why? He's P. Diddy.
He's P Diddy. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? He's connected.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
So
you want
they
to
may not
advance your
have been
career. You want to get
right. They may not
inside,
have
and
been thinking freak off party, sex trafficking, but you know what I'm saying? That's what happened. And what do you do once you get there?
and another thing on in his parties, and it was mentioned in that last lawsuit I was talking about with the rapper. Um, what is the guy's name? Little Rod. Little Rod. He's not a rapper. He's a producer. He witnessed saying that, yeah, you might come in innocent person, uh, you know attending this party, and you didn't know they spiked every single last drink. So that's another thing. You had willing and unwilling participants.
Listen, so y'all hear that? Y'all will get invited to an industry party. Don't drink the punch. Bring your own cup. Bring your own drink.
Bring your own drink. Bring
Bring
your
your
own
own
water.
drink. Be like, no, I
Yeah.
don't want nothing. I'm good.
Yeah. So,
Okay. The indictment is up.
mhm.
Count one. Let me see if I can. I don't think I can zoom
Uh,
on this. Oh, there
there's
you go.
you see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see it better?
Yep, I can see it.
Okay. So count one is racketeering conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got all his names. I'm so dead.
Girl, when I was reading this, I was like, dang, they put all girl,
They
aka
forgot baby
love,
oil. They forgot baby oil at the end.
PD, aka love, aka smooth, slick,
Okay,
baby
aka
oil.
baby oil, blue. I'm so dead with this. Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P Diddy, Diddy, PD, and Love, and baby
Mm-hmm.
oil and lube job. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That is crazy.
Yep.
And so, yeah, so they're saying that they operated this business headquartered at various times in Manhattan. So, yeah, they're trying
Okay,
to,
yeah. I didn't, you know what? I think I missed that part. I was skimming through it. Okay,
yeah.
so that's why this is a racketeering charge because hey, you have to have other people conspiring, having the same goal, what you're trying to do for it to work
And so
because he couldn't
everyone
have did
that
it by
worked
himself.
so everyone that worked for him and helped him propel these parties forward.
Essentially is on the chopping block.
Whew, my
Mhm.
God.
Yeah.
And you said it from at least in or about 2008.
Yeah.
Wow. They going back to that Lord.
And
They really try to rack up the charges. Like I said, this is reminiscent of Bill Cosby. This
mhm.
is and there people have their different views about that. But for me, I feel like with Bill Cosby's situation, I told you, people in this industry, in the Hollywood industry, they have parties, they drink, they have these freak offs. And most of the time people go to them knowing what's gonna happen.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's only in a rare case that you get somebody who is new to the industry that don't know that they go into a party and this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, they
I
yeah,
mean, if
like
you
you
go
said.
into a private party, because let's be clear here, the companies, let's say for instance like Louis Vuitton, they have their parties in a facility, in an event space, and it's not like a home or a hotel.
Right. Right.
So I think a lot of people don't realize that, okay, hey, this is gonna happen. But I do think a lot of other people do realize it's gonna happen.
Right. Right.
Um,
Right.
if you look at the indictment, it tells you the means and methods of the enterprise. That always intrigues me. Um,
Mhm. And so essentially, okay, since it was operating in 2008 until now, you essentially have to look at how many businesses or investments have Diddy made since then or in between those times because it was made or purchased off of this illegal business. So and
right.
that's why if you at the end of the indictment they are seizing basically everything that he has.
This is notice a special sentencing
Sentencing.
factor. So Shanita, here go they finna throw the book at him. Because this is a special sentencing factor.
Mm-hmm.
For at least in or about 2009, up to including in or about 2018 in the Southern District of New York and elsewhere as part of his agreement to conduct and participate in the conduct of the affairs of the Comb Enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity. They keep listening on this. I know whoever typed this was tired, child.
Yeah, aka Diddy, aka Diddy Diddy,
Okay,
aka
I know they
PD.
was tired. The way I would have been copying and pasting would have been unreal.
Yeah.
saying
You
he
know, they probably
knowingly
did.
he knowingly recruited, enticed, harbored, transported. Look at all this. Oh my God. And any combination of such means will be used to cause the person to engage in commercial sex act in violation of this code. So there's 2 codes in this one.
Mhm.
Count 2, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion.
Well, and
Wow.
so you got to remember using coercion is, hey, I'm going to pay you some money and I want you to do this.
And that's one of the reasons why they listed that he should stay in jail, is because he have access to money to coerce people not to testify.
Yeah. Not
So
to testify, and he's probably a flight risk,
I mean,
all
somebody
kinds of stuff.
said when he was on vacation and they raided his house, he should have stayed over there with Russell Simmons.
That's where Russell Simmons is at.
He's over in Bali. You know, he tried to escape because I think he didn't want to end up paying his wife owned Fat Farm. Was it Fat Farm? No,
Yeah, baby fat.
Baby Fat.
Hmm.
Pay her like alimony and child support and stuff.
So he left.
So he left the country. You
I
don't
thought
be
it
watching
was
them?
some. No, I thought it was some like sexual assault stuff, like minor stuff.
Wow. No, I mean that could be part of it, but you like the one time that Aoki, I think she's the youngest,
Hmm.
went off on him. It was about, she was like, why don't you pay my the money? We're broke. Like, it was a whole big old thing. I was like, wow, this is interesting. Count 3 is transportation to engage in prostitution.
Yep.
So he's a pimp.
He's a pimp. Yeah, basically.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Substitute assets provision. Wow. Like,
So they're trying to make sure he's not trying to transfer money to like his kids or his mama and all that stuff.
yeah, and I saw the preservation of evidence as well.
Hmm.
Just making sure that nothing gets destroyed. But it's too late because he took everything off, deleted everything from his Instagram.
Oh, he did.
I'm gonna show you. There's only 2 pictures on there now. Hold on, let me see if I can.
Even saying that he crying, he was a horrible person about Cassie.
Yeah, there's only 2. I went to his Instagram yesterday because we do research before we do these shows.
Oh
And
yeah, he
I
only got
went,
his is that his grandbaby and his daughter?
yes.
Hmm.
You got it up already?
Yeah, I sure was.
Here, you put it up on the screen because
You see it?
hold on. I'm not looking at that screen. Okay, there you go. Yeah, only 2. This man had a whole bunch of posts, and now it's just 2. So where did all them other pictures go of the people in the industry? And he just had all of these pictures up there from his birthday party, from some of the parties that he threw, the yacht parties, all that.
Mm-hmm.
So depending on who's on this list, Diddy better put out "I didn't kill myself." I'm dead.
I was just saying that, Kevin. I was like, he might be the next Jeffrey Epstein.
That's what she just
Because,
said.
you know,
Listen, I want to tell the people about 2 things. I'm gonna link them in this description of this video, but I'm gonna share this to the screen. Oh, it's too big. Okay. If you get a chance, when you get a chance, you all should watch this on YouTube. It is The Curse of P. Diddy: Death, Murder, and Prison Surrounding Sean Combs' Circle. It's called you watched it already?
I watched part of it.
Yeah, it's
really
the
good.
channel is called Law and
Law
Crime.
and Crime. Yeah, and I love that guy, the narrator. He's
man, this right here,
yeah,
will tell you, what was happening what has been happening around him, who's, that thing where they say he couldn't get out of jail because, coercion, people might get hurt, and those types of things. That right there will make you feel like it's the truth. Also, this is the New York Post. And this outlines, can you see it? Is it scrolling?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, it tells you all of the people, all of the deaths that happens around him. I mean, Andre Harrell was a big one.
Oh yeah,
Like
Andre Harrell.
This man probably knew so much information.
Yeah.
On Diddy, and then he all of a sudden dies.
Well, Andre Harrell was actually writing a book right before he died. It was
as
like
was Kim Porter, and then she died.
And Andre Harrell, is rumored that Andre Harrell and Diddy had a relationship, and he wanted to go public about the relationship. And this is subsequently Andre Harrell's mysteriously died of a heart attack or some crazy stuff. And
might have been too much drugs, because what did they say that they kept in them places?
Ketamine.
Right. And I feel like this is wild, because Kim Porter allegedly, some people were saying that Cassie has the manuscript from Kim Porter's book.
Okay.
And other people are saying that somebody else has the manuscript, but the manuscript is out there. And what I'm going to be interested to see is when this trial happens and he gets convicted, and we know that he will. Just if nothing for the video of Cassie and him in the hotel, I'm feeling like this manuscript is going to mysteriously be published, and then we're gonna find out, because
in detail,
because who can he hurt then? What can he do then? So I'm feeling like we're going to find out a little bit more about what is happening. And there's Kim Porter.
You know what is crazy to me? You know how they pulled with R. Kelly when he was found guilty, or even with his allegations, they pulled all his music from streaming or whatever. I think you could still stream his music, but if it was like in a movie, they pulled it or whatever. You still hear them playing Diddy's music. And that's kind of baffling to me, that they are still playing his music after all these allegations have been coming up against him.
Now, he has lost a lot of sponsors.
He lost a lot of sponsors. They kicked them off of
my thing about the music thing, that's going to be very, very, very difficult. Do you know how many people have sampled this man's music and artists from his record label? And you know what I'm saying? Do you know how his music is intertwined into hip hop and R&B? That would be crazy. Like, we wouldn't be hearing a lot of things because those samples, if you want to start talking about not using his music, all of those songs that sample any of his songs, any of those beats, got to come down.
Well, and these allegations came out. I mean, and I'm pretty sure they probably had the, I guess, movie together. I'm assuming you think they could just swap it out before they release the movie. But I'm talking about like the Bad Boys trilogy. It had Puff Daddy music in there. I think Transformers.
Many. Many.
But what I'm getting at, these are new movies. These movies came out after these allegations surfaced.
Listen, Shawan, I'm not gonna stop listening to this man's music, because that music is classic. And listen, it's the only part of my life that I can reminisce and be like, hey, I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that. You did it, do it. I thought I told you that. That's the only time.
So you play R. Kelly music?
And I do, because there
Oh, I'm
wouldn't
not
be no
because I play R. Kelly music, but I'm
there
just
wouldn't
saying.
be
Yeah.
no R&B without that man. That man is a musical genius. I don't care. I mean, for
Mhm.
me, well, not all, but some music people, you notice they have a lot of demons.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah.
they have a lot of demons. And
Mhm.
so, you just have to, that man is a musical genius. That
Mhm.
man is a musical genius.
Kevin, cancel
Kevin,
Bill
this the only
Hines.
time we gonna agree, because
Leave
I know
Dr.
you a
Cliff.
trumper. I know you a trumper, and this the only time we gonna agree. Cancel Bill Cosby, but leave Dr. Cliff Cliff Huxtable alone.
So can
That's
we
it.
cancel? Who do we cancel? Sean Combs. We can't cancel Diddy.
Yeah, like look, we gonna cancel Sean Combs, but not
Sean Combs,
Puffy.
but Diddy, we gonna
No,
bump
we
him.
can't cancel Puffy. We can cancel Diddy because he ain't did nothing
Oh,
after
Diddy
Puffy.
didn't do it.
Yeah,
Diddy didn't do it, but he did
Diddy
do it.
did it. Diddy did it. Puffy didn't do it.
Puppy didn't do it.
Okay, Diddy did it.
Diddy
Puffy didn't
did.
do it.
So Diddy cancel.
Good
Okay,
morning,
I got
Lady
you.
Roberts. Lady Roberts says, good morning, everyone. Shawan, you mentioned Jeffrey Epstein right when I was thinking about this. I wonder how many people Combs are going to implicate in order to receive a
Receive a
lesser
lesser
sentence.
sentence. Yeah.
He ain't gonna be able to implicate nobody because they bringing everybody up on charges. I mean, we just read the indictment. He just said it's a RICO charge. So yeah, he ain't got no way out of this one. So he can't implement nobody. Yeah, they got him pinned down in this one. Like he's pinned down as the kingpin, and that's how he's gonna go down. But like
So
all of these
what?
people that have died. Look at this, Heavy D.
Yeah, Heavy D.
Heavy
Yeah.
D. Let me see.
You know,
Biggie.
Biggie. Al B.
Out.
Sure almost died.
Listen, and he was, let me tell you, he said something before he got sick. Okay, so he actually came out and told, it was like he came on his platform and he was like, that's my son. That is my son.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And all of a sudden, that man got sick.
Got sick.
I mean, sick.
I think he was saying that he was drugged.
Yeah, he said, yeah, he was saying that something weird happened because he all of a sudden got sick, and he not been sick. He went to the doctor regularly, and all of a sudden when he began to say, me and my son are going to get our relationship back, that's my son, I love you, son, and that's what happened. Okay, girl, I feel like Shanita, I feel like if he go down, he gonna start talking about other things, not other people, but other things that may lessen his time. So if it can lead them to something, something else that they want to have questions about, because sometimes they go in there and they ask you, do you know anything about this? Because if you move in the circles and they've investigated and they have names of people, and it's somebody piqued their interest and they be like, do you know anything about this person? I feel like implicate in that way, yeah, maybe. But as far as his charge, no, he the only one that's they gonna. Yeah, they're gonna seal that book.
Yeah.
Biggie, man, that night that gun was found in the car, Jennifer Lopez, girl, she hightailed it about it. She wasn't dating Diddy the next hour.
Oh yeah, I think she's the only one that probably survived Diddy without any trauma. Probably, I'm not sure, but
I feel like she had trauma, but I feel like she was the only one that was able to escape and then get sucked back in. Yeah. I feel like that. And I feel like if she talks, there might be some
things that she know about.
Yeah. And Shine, he got charged with that gun charge, and whatever happened at that nightclub that night.
Yeah. Yep. He went
former bad boy rapper Travell G. Deep Coleman. A
1993 cold case murder outside the housing project.
Had his 15 years to life sentence commuted last year. Wow. But these are all things, those are all things that were surrounding Diddy. We talked about the indictment. Okay, so now we're not gonna have around the runaround today. I know y'all sad, but we not. What about arsons?
I believe Shanita is talking about, remember the rapper that he blew up the car of the
Oh
rapper
yeah. Okay.
because he was trying to holler at, I believe, Cassie at the time.
Right.
Uh,
Wow.
Kid Cudi. That's Kid Cudi. I think
Wow.
that's what she's talking about. But yeah, Diddy, he wasn't playing around. He
Y'all
got,
go. First, I want to give a couple of credits, and then we're going to get into my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
One thing for certain, this is going to be a long case, longer than YSL. I believe that too, Javar. I believe that we're going to be like in a political case. You see the 80-year-old alderman, they up here prosecuting. He 80 years old. He did whatever he did when he was like in his 60s.
And they prosecuting him?
Yes, and he get ready to
Girl,
go to jail. He get ready to go to
What?
jail. He getting
What
ready to go to
alderman?
jail.
In
And he
Chicago?
should go to jail because he committed the crime when he was well. He shouldn't have committed no crime.
And you said he shouldn't have committed.
And he
The
should go to jail.
he's in Chicago. What? Where is he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So what was I saying?
You gotta do the
the credits.
Credits.
So thank you to the New York Post, CNN, Law and Crimes YouTube channel. And we
ET YouTube channel.
Oh, Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah.
YouTube channel. And we are about to go to TikTok because this is my theory on why this all started with Sean Diddy Combs. The super producer. The super producer, okay?
Super producer getting her news off of TikTok.
Okay.
News breaking. Halloween news breaking.
Detectives, they be on it.
Okay.
I don't care what you say. If you go over there and you ask a question, baby,
you gonna find that.
You're
gonna
get 1,000 answers. Yes, it's Ed Burke of Chicago, Shanita. You can get 1,000 answers. If you go over there and you do one of them videos where you play a video behind you and you be like, do y'all know who this is? Somebody gonna see it and they're gonna start looking it up for you. They're gonna be like, there was a TikToker that wanted to know who this was. So in my investigation, I found out that this is a media mogul. We never see him. Oh my God, this is so shocking. Watch, go over there and do it. Okay. So the reason why I had Shawan bring up, we born you, Shawan. I'm dead.
I was up last night. So
I was too trying to.
My mouth was this wide.
I was too trying to braid my hair, so y'all wouldn't be calling me names. But anyway, so that's why I wanted Shawan to pull up P. Diddy's Instagram because all of those posts that he had are gone. This is one of the missing posts, and I got it from TikTok. See now you care about TikTok? Okay. So this was one of the posts I went looking for. I said, let me go over here and talk to my friends on TikTok. Child, I went right over there to the TikTok. I said, TikTok detectives, can you tell me where the video was that P. Diddy did this? And girl, it popped up on my TikTok timeline. And I was like, you better work TikTok. Okay. That's why they want to shut TikTok down in the United States, because them TikTokers, baby, they don't play. They goes to work. Okay. So you're not going to get away with nothing, because TikTok over there, they got a dark side and they're going to find you. Okay. So this is the video. So back in October, really it was September of 2023. So let's get the timeline. This was September of 2023. They started, all of the allegations and things started swirling about him in November of 2023.
Okay.
He received a letter from Warner Brothers Studio that told him to cease and desist dressing like one of their characters for Halloween. And they said that it was a trademark infringement and they wanted him to stop. No,
To me,
because
it's
listen,
ridiculous.
no,
It's
listen,
ridiculous.
listen.
Okay.
The way that the costumes that he was having done, you see this right here? You see the Joker?
Yeah.
That's actually P. Diddy and not the movie.
Okay.
So they made him look in the exact likeness of Heath Ledger. And so that's why they wanted him to stop. So we're going to listen to what he said. And I'm telling you, this is the reason. This is my reasoning on why what is happening to him is happening to him now.
Okay.
Halloween news, breaking Halloween news. Last year, after I did the Black Joker, I got a bunch of emails from the studio telling me to not be the Joker anymore, that I was breaching the trademark. And so I don't know what I'm going to be this year. But I will say to the motherfucker that took all this time, you talking about sending me this 6 full papers. I'm not even going to show the business on the papers. But you tell me not to be the Joker. I want to tell you, you win. I'm not going to be the Joker this year. Just because your ass had enough time to fuck up my motherfucking Halloween. Now watch.
Okay. You heard him, right?
Yeah.
You heard how he was talking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me tell you what happened. And this is the TikTok rap for thee. One more for the GAN. Okay, that's the TikTok page. But let me tell you. So after he said he wasn't gonna be the Joker, guess what he was?
He was the Joker.
He was Black
no, Batman. Yeah.
And he had the same costume exactly like the one in the movie. So for me, he disrespected someone that he either had business dealings with, or they just took it as disrespect that he didn't,
He to their requests.
and he put their business out there. It was from Warner Brothers. That see, he named names.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And so I feel like somebody was like, "Oh, you gonna be disrespectful when we know we have filtered some money to you, some way, shape, or form?
Mm-hmm.
This what you're gonna do?"
Mm-hmm.
And baby, cancel culture is on it. I mean, they got to work.
Okay, so since he didn't take heed to those demands, you're saying he pissed somebody off higher up, basically.
Right.
Okay.
Somebody in power, somebody that may or may not have attended these parties, right? And was, maybe friendly with him, maybe was a part of the business deal that maybe he didn't know, like a silent partner. And because sometimes you can get money from just, companies, corporations. You don't know who's in them. You don't know who the members are.
Okay, listen to this. I'm glad you're going on this route, because this is I actually believe you. I actually agree with you.
Not the Trumper.
What Trump has nothing to do with what we talking about. Okay, so the what is that law and crime video?
Mm-hmm.
It's another video because he's been talking about P. Diddy a lot, and they
Mm-hmm.
mention Boule, and
Yeah.
I guess this is a black up echelon secret society fraternity for black men.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And now it's not so secret no more. They have chapters everywhere. But anywho, Warner Brothers. Do you did you put this article up yet?
No, go ahead, put it up.
Okay. Add to the stage. Now, Warner Brothers actually has Warner Music Group, and they were in a joint venture
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm
So,
saying? So if my friend tell you to stop doing something and you
Yeah.
don't,
mhm,
you disrespecting the crew.
right,
And you got to be dealt with for that disrespect. Thank you
right,
for supporting my theory, because that is my theory. And Baby Seal, that is a bold claim given his entire history. This is actually not really about his entire history, because listen, lots of people have known that this stuff was going on and nobody has said anything. It is
Um,
not until this man, I feel like got those emails and did that this all started happening.
Now, is Baby Seal is a what is he saying is a bold claim?
That I think that because they sent him a cease and desist, that this actually started, that the exposure of these things that he's been doing since 2008
Right.
are now
Well,
coming to light.
and then we got to look at it. Now we have multi billionaires. A lot of black billionaires they're starting to get into that billionaire class status. How did they get there? Some people say, "Oh, this part of Illuminati, blah blah blah," or this fraternity, this black men
Boobale.
fraternity, boule, fraternity group. But we only operate, or we allow you to operate, um, and you have to meet our guidelines.
That
Even
part.
though, even though you think you high and mighty and you got money out the wazoo, you command the streets, but we allow you to command your streets. But when we tell you to do something, nigga, you better do it.
Okay.
That's basically what
Okay.
it is.
Okay.
So
And look at what he did right after that. He actually, that wasn't even the whole video. So, and because he removed it from his Instagram, at the end of the video, he said F Warner Brothers.
yeah, yeah.
And that's when he was Batman. He was like, y'all watch and see what I do. And he was and it was crazy. He even got out of the Batmobile. So the claim is that, yes, he is guilty of these crimes, but nobody cared until this WB potential lawsuit. So the implication being that WB leaked the info. And I do believe that. Because like she said, if you're a part of the boule, there are rules that come just like a fraternity. There's rules and things that you have to, guidelines. You can't just talk to anybody. You can't give out their secrets. You know what I'm saying? And if we tell you not to do something, you better not do it. And they sent him emails.
He kind of exposed them. Nobody knew they sent him a cease and desist. That
Right.
he put that on his social media page and say, "Oh, F Warner Brothers, I'm not you saying I can't look like whoever, but you are essentially biting the hand that feeds you." That's essentially what there's
It
what
was
happened to
seen
him.
as disrespect.
It was very disrespectful. So you're gonna fall in line, or we're gonna make you fall in line.
And it was the ego that was his downfall.
And
Because I said what I said since 2008. People been knowing that this man, even if
It's
you didn't know the
crazy.
cameras was there, you knew that there was these different rooms. Everybody has alluded to that. Oh, Diddy party, man. Diddy party. Go back and watch the old clips of people talking about Diddy parties. This is all they be saying. Oh yeah, man, Diddy party. Yeah. They wild.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So people knew what was going on since 2008, and nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything.
I believe people knew what was happening with Cassie.
Yeah.
and didn't say anything.
And then, well, just imagine that incident happened in 2016. It was past the prosecuting date when they revealed that information. That's why she had to go with it civilly. They couldn't charge him criminally because in California, I think if it's over 3 years, you can't have I guess, a abuse charge or, whatever type of charge. Um, but they knew about it, and they said maybe he bribed one of the guys at the hotel room. And if you watch that video, it's so disgusting. So how many times have things like that happened in front of everybody, and he bribed somebody, a cop, security, whatever, because of his I guess his rage
And let's face it, who want to go from eating filet mignon to eating some steaks from the dollar store? What? I don't want to do that.
You see it, I guess you will feel trapped.
Like I feel like for a lot of people it's the money, and once they get the money, they start taking care of other family members. So it's not just themselves that they're taking care of, they're taking care of whole families when they get these good paying jobs, just like good family members should do. And so the having to lose that or to start all over from ground zero for some people is just not a choice. It could take years for you to get back to that level of
and
income.
Probably would never achieve that anymore either.
Right. And if you cut ties, then that might cut your network.
You cut ties, and now you got to realize that Sean Pitty Combs was higher in the exec realm, so he could ruin your career if he wanted to.
I mean, he could blacklist you. Let's just say it. He could blacklist you, and nobody want to work with you because he said it.
Because he said it.
And that's a fear. And when people, like I said, when they're taking care of more than just themselves, that's what they're thinking about. That is exactly what they're thinking about. When I joined the Elks, they told me you better learn how to leave your eyes open and your mouth closed. Okay. And I'm going to tell you this. If you watch your mouth, you won't have to watch your back. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, all those things, when you are in these type of society, things, they apply. So I feel like that is my theory, child. That is my theory. The views and opinions expressed on this platform are that of the guest. Okay? And super producer is a guest on this platform. So just hear me. Okay? The views and opinions. So,
but no, I do agree with you. I think you led to something good right there.
So. Just that one time.
Just that one time. you give an inch, you take 5 miles.
Just that one time. Oh my God.
Well, you breaking your arm, patting yourself on the back.
Anyway, child. Well, listen, that's what we had to talk about today. I didn't do the runaround today because I knew that this was going to take us majority of the time. It's just a bigger version of the Obama party. Wow. I hope not. Because listen,
Obama and Diddy are friends. They said they're friends.
I mean, he's friends with a lot of people. He's friends with TD Jakes. Did you see the whole side, the Christian side of YouTube and Instagram and Facebook go up when they found that out? And then here come the video with TD Jakes. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you ever been swallowed? I'm like, what? I'm like, you know what? Y'all are crazy. Okay. But that side of the Christian world went up. Like, why is TD Jakes at a Diddy party?
Yeah, he actually attended the party.
And this was the excuse. It was Diddy's birthday party. Him and Diddy were doing some business dealings, and he was in California, and he felt like that P. Diddy would have took it as a sign of disrespect if he didn't come by after he invited him for his birthday. And see, that goes back to that boule thing that you was talking about. These are some of the rules. When they're telling us the rules without telling us the rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. When he invited him, that was almost like you better make an appearance.
Yep.
And if you don't make an appearance, it better be because you're not in this state.
Yeah.
But he happened to be in the state. And what did he do? That's when he came out and said, "Oh, I was invited and I was already in the area at a child." Just save it, because we all know.
Well, I can't fault anybody for innocently going to a party, a Diddy party, and not knowing what they're getting into. So I'm just gonna leave TD Jakes where he's at.
I just said what I said because that was what that's what the church released. First of all, I would have had to tell Diddy I'm a man of God, and I heard about them parties, and I just ain't coming. So you can do whatever you want to do. I'm gonna have to let God work it out. I'm just not gonna do it. But Baby Seal, do I think he will throw others under the bus to save himself? I'm positive he has dirt. I'm positive he has dirt on other people in the industry. I think it's really going to depend on who the other people in the industry are that he has dirt on, and if the FBI is interested in any information about them.
The higher ups, like if it's any type of politicians involved with that we're not going to never know. We're not going to know.
You know what? I feel like we're going to know if that politician is already involved in some corruption and it's already out there in the public.
What do you feel? Eric Adams gave him the key to the city.
His son,
last year.
Eric Adams' son is a rapper.
Okay.
So allegedly, could that be why he gave him the key to the city, so that his son could get put on?
Okay.
I'm just saying, we got to start looking at these things.
Okay, and then another thing, Eric Adams, he's a career police officer. He had rank in the police.
Well, you're already thinking corruption when you think police officer in New York.
Yeah. So I'm assuming I'm pretty sure he's heard about Diddy's past.
Child, he might have even been to a Diddy party and we not know.
Yeah.
As a police officer. You know what I'm saying? Because as a patrolman, he could be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go and check this out over here. The very wealthy are having a party, and I just want to go over there." They say Jay-Z is next, but that's unfound rumor. We actually was talking about this in our pre-show. We talked before the show because we real friends, like I told y'all. Despite her being a Trumper, we are real friends. We even getting our hair done.
Next time, I'm gonna have an X background like Pamela, and I will put a red X.
Okay, that's what we doing. You don't want to play them games with me. Listen, because I'm gonna have to make it for you.
You're right. Like, can you make that graphic?
I'm gonna make it. You know what? In all fairness, I'm gonna make it so that you're happy. I'm gonna make it.
Oh, and every time you say something, I'm gonna put it in there.
Okay.
Just flash it on the screen.
That's gonna kill me. But okay, so Baby Seal, here is my theory on that. Okay. So let me put my investigation glass.
You gotta put your glasses on.
Here's my theory on that. So we were talking, and I said Jay-Z and Beyonce, as recently as 2 years ago, had been put on the Forbes list, which we know is a list that is reserved for very wealthy people headed to being billionaires. So it was alluded, or it was said, that Jay-Z and Beyonce were billionaires at one point. I don't know if they are now, because those numbers fluctuate. And I said, there are people who don't want to see us on those lists. And they're also doing other things like buying people's masters and giving them to them. They have this like Innocence Project thing too. I forgot what it's called, but they help wrongly convicted people get representation and get them out of jail. Beyonce has numerous foundations where she gives back in a major way to Black-owned businesses in underserved, privileged communities. Jay-Z is now moved to the head of entertainment for NFL. And so he handles all of the Super Bowl shows. So I feel like some people are feeling like they're getting a little too powerful. People are starting to listen to the Jay-Z, Beyonce speech. So if they talk, everybody be in the room like this. Because, child, let me see what they about to say. And some people in the boule, or maybe not in the boule, don't like that. Because now this is going to be an urban voice, because Jay-Z came from the projects. So he knows what it's like to not have money. And his theory to see everyone win and see people that want to lift themselves up could be a problem. That's my theory.
But a lot of people call
see that?
Jay-Z.
You see that? As of 2024, he is the wealthiest musical artist in the world with a net worth of US $2.5 billion. Okay, I said what I said, baby seal. Shout out to you. Okay, and I know you is a Democrat because you came from my side. From my daddy side.
I don't think one has to do with the other.
Are you sure? Because right now, the Democrats is winning in this conversation in here. Okay, go ahead.
Winning. This girl done lost her marbles. But anyway, but what do you feel about? There's a lot of people that says Jay-Z is kind of a hater. He blocks artists. Like an example, since he's the head of the NFL talent entertainment or whatever, he chose, what's the guy's name?
Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar in the city of Lil Wayne. And Lil Wayne was really hurt about that.
Who want to see Lil Wayne get high, smoke? He don't know half of the lyrics
I don't think
to his songs. Anymore. He be smoking on stage. I saw it just as recently as last night.
So, but what do you feel like that was a snub on him?
Now, I definitely feel like it was a snub to New Orleans, because you have to have a New Orleans artist. If the Super Bowl is going to be in New Orleans, because baby, let me tell you something. He would never go to Atlanta and disrespect Atlanta like that, because they would riot. Period.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So yeah, I do feel like it was a disrespect to New Orleans. There are other artists that he could have chose. He could have chose Big Freedia. I love her. He could have chose, there are so many artists in New Orleans that he could have chose.
But New Orleans has a history of just talent, gooing out the ears.
Right.
It's like they don't have a lack of talent.
Now,
so why did he choose Kendrick Lamar?
Now, for me, see, this is where the Boule agenda comes in, because he is the entertainment director of the NFL, which is a clear people's network.
Okay.
You need a red button that sounds like incorrupt.
I just had to put that up there.
You know what, Justin? Know what, Justin? For you, I'm going to get her one. I'm definitely going to get one, because I want to be fair, because she's normally loud and wrong. So I can do that.
Loud and wrong.
I can do that. Let me
you.
After she play that, this what I'ma play. So after she play that buzzer, that's what I'm gonna get her. So okay, I'm gonna find one. I thought I had one in here already,
A
but
red buzzer.
yeah, I'll find one and get it for you. That I will do that for you. Because I'm gonna play this one every time after she. Listen, and this one we gonna play when we talk about this one. I'm gonna play when we talk about JD Vance.
Shut your bitch ass up!
I like JD Vance. I mean, Tim Walls don't got nothing on JD Vance. Boy.
Okay, don't do that because Tim Walls got a strong clap back. So don't make me speak in the voice of Tim Walls because he can clap back, honey.
Oh, okay, I got it. I got a video for Tim Walls.
Okay. We need to see all these fake videos that you be putting up anyhow.
Be like,
anyway, we're gonna see all these fake videos you be putting up. Anyway, so that's my spiel on Jay-Z, and I think that is look at you. I think that is an agenda, an agenda that he has to follow on that side.
Okay.
And contract regulations he need to follow through with that, And so I don't know why he got to perform the whole time. Why he just couldn't do, it's only one song we like. They Not Like Us.
Yeah, and that's another thing I was saying. Kendrick Lamar does.
I mean, he have two songs.
Well, he doesn't have the catalog like Lil Wayne.
He do, but don't nobody know his songs like word for word. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody know his songs like that.
He hasn't. He's newer compared to Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne,
right? And his stuff is mainly like slavery type.
Yeah,
that's not
like pro-black and
which is not bad.
Like a Black Thought. Yeah, it's not wrong.
Yeah, it's not bad, but I think it has its place, and I don't think that the Super Bowl is that place.
It's not
because if the game is boring. And we gotta sit there and listen to somebody rap about slavery and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I'm gonna be upset.
You say slavery and peanut butter and jelly,
because that's what it amounts to. He go from one extreme to the other. I be like, how did we get the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, sir? We just going on the Underground Railroad, and now we eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Girl,
make it make sense to me, sir.
But
so
you're right about that.
You're right. So I don't feel like nobody's gonna be, we all gonna be turning the channel, seeing what's on and I think that's a shame because like I said, he doesn't have to do the whole Super Bowl. Maybe he just does, his one song that we like, and then you bring on the New Orleans artists.
And it's not to say he might invite other people, but I guess Kendrick Lamar is maybe the headliner. But usually during Super Bowls they have other artists on stage with them.
Right. Well, but they haven't announced. Usually they announce who it is. But I feel like he's getting so much pushback. We might see entirely different setup. You might see Kendrick Lamar saying he can't attend. Good on you. Because we don't want to be hearing about the Underground Railroad and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches while we trying to enjoy the game. We're going to be like, I'm going to be stressed. I'm going to be like, oh, I'm a little stressed. Especially if the game is not good and we don't know who's gonna be in the Super Bowl, so that's stressing already. And now you coming with the Underground Railroad and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and I'm already stressed about what's gonna happen in this game. Right. So I can't do that. I can't do that. But yeah, I mean, okay, y'all got any other questions? Because if not, I got stuff to do. Shaman got stuff to do.
Yeah.
Sit there and listen. It said that K-Dot is the ish that slept on. He is a Pulitzer Prize winner, lyrical genius. Okay. There are lots. There are lots of selections that he could have made out of New Orleans. For me, it just tells you that he doesn't know any artists in New Orleans. And that shit.
Oh no, because no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
I feel like he's more concerned with East Coast, West Coast,
You
and
talking about Jay-Z?
yeah.
I know, because I think Lil Wayne was signed to one of his record labels,
Yeah,
Jay-Z
which
record labels back
that's
in the
Little
day.
Wayne. He's very well known. I'm talking
Mhm.
about this person that she's talking about.
Okay, Dot.
I don't think that he's like very familiar with anyone outside of Cash Money. Let me say that then.
I don't know. I think Jay-Z is a buff head, or a music
Well,
buff.
we know that head buff. He need to cut their hair out. But with you know what? I
You
digress.
know.
Go ahead.
But I think he knows. I'm not for sure. I'm not for
Yeah,
sure.
I just feel like, there's something there. There is some unspoken um, rule or something that he agreed not to do. And that's why, but for me, at the very least, he could have had Big Frida. She has a song with Sierra that would have made the stadium go up, because it's like a dance, like, high energy song. So
But do we need to see Big Frida on the national stage?
Big Frida absolutely deserves to be on the national stands. First of all, she is a New Orleans
Why
legend.
are you calling her she? It's a Big Frida a man.
Because in this day and age, ma'am, pronouns are a thing. See how disrespectful you Republicans are? That's how disrespectful y'all
She's
is.
a man with a man. Don't she have a man?
According to her,
Big Frida is not
you can
going to be
refer to
accepted.
her.
Thank you, Shanita. Even Shanita knows Big Frida won't be accepted. K. Dot is
Whatever.
pushing
That's
for
what
her.
y'all saying. Sierra accepted her. Y'all just playing. I
Sierra
said
goes to a dining hall and starts twerking.
we
She
we
be like,
talk about New Orleans artists.
like,
This is the
like,
artist
sit
that is.
your ass down. You just had a baby. You up
This
there
is an artist
twerking.
that's from New Orleans. Ain't gonna be no disrespect to Big Frida on this platform.
Big
Okay,
Frida.
ain't gonna be no disrespect
You
to
mean
her.
Big Fred?
Ain't I'm not gonna do this with you.
No, but
See,
I do like Big Frida. I do like her music. But we're talking about the Super Bowl. Children are watching and all that stuff. So that might not fly with
I'm dead, baby seal. He said Trump called Nikki Jam as a hot woman when he is a hetero man. I'm dead. Look at you, look at
I
your
don't even know
president.
who Nicky Jam is. Who's Nicky Jam?
I'm dead. I'm dead. We need to select some moderators too for this.
Oh
channel.
yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
got a
put
couple
one.
of them already put up there. But...
You do. I'm gonna see. Next time I'll try to catch somebody.
Good morning.
Good morning. Nope, not even. All right, we are about to get. I'm dead.
I'm sneaking and listen. Hope Master don't catch me.
Girl, we finna hear Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl, so we gonna be eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches and getting off the Underground Railroad.
Let's be in there and I'll go fetch me a pail of water.
I accept her and love her on Beyonce's record. I love her, Shawan. Don't get me in trouble. The Milky people, okay, will lose it seeing her. They will, but
Yeah.
it won't be up to them because she's New Orleans. She says New Orleans. I mean, they ain't got no clear people that can say New Orleans. So there's that.
Well, they might have some artists.
Oh,
out
and
there,
did you see the hurricane or the storm that hit Modeste, Louisiana, and they've been out of power since last week, Wednesday?
No.
And nobody has helped them. They haven't got any money, any assistance. Let me bring this up right quick. Maybe we could talk about this next time. Like these things be blowing my mind, child. Hold on. No assistance, no nothing. I mean, this seems like to me, what was the storm that hit them the last time that broke the levees?
Katrina.
Yeah, this for me feels like that all over again. These people have been without power since last week.
It says Biden approves Louisiana a major disaster declaration for
I
Hurricane
want to play this.
2018.
I'm gonna play this right here. Um, this was so heartbreaking. Can you see it on the screen?
I
Oh,
can
wait a
see
minute.
it,
Let me
yeah.
put it up. There you go. I want to play this. Listen to this. This is horrible.
In Modest. My address is 35537 Butler Road. I got 2 small kids, disabled, and we needed help with water and ice. Nobody never came help. And a tree fell and knocked down, broke my trampoline, and I needed help with gas for my generator because light been out since Wednesday. And I've been buying gas, ice, and food.
So no one has offered you any kind of assistance or anything like that?
No one never came by and came see, and we was all right. Offer no water, no ice, no nothing.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to say about what has happened or what you think is needed for the Modex community?
We need more help, and we need people to come check on us, but they ain't happening down here. They got another storm traveling.
Look at this one.
Please state your name for the record.
Linda Hampton.
And can you tell us where you live and what you've been through the last couple of days?
I live at 6481 Highway 45, Donaldsonville, in Modest, Louisiana. I've been out of light since the storm on Wednesday. Thunder damage from the outside as well as in the inside of my house have shifted some. I called the parish, I called everybody I could call to trying to get some help, to get some ice and water. We didn't have no generator. We've been fighting the heat for the last 2 days. We didn't have no food. We had to just leave the house when we came back. Still no lights or nothing on. So we hoping and praying God somebody come and help us in the Modest area. I have damage also in the inside of my mobile home. It's shift, and I got a long strip going all the way across. I hope my ceiling don't cave in. I have that done because someone.
Please state your name for the record.
These are
My name is Nicole Boyd. I live on the West Bank in Modest, Louisiana, and I haven't got any services during the storm. No tarp, no ice, no water. No one have ever been up here to check on us or anything. We need resources up here in Modest. And
What kind of damage you had?
a tree fell on our vehicles over here, our running vehicles. My black Kia and this
look at it.
Sierra that my husband drives, and nobody asked for help. He had to get a chainsaw and get it out the street and get it off his truck with the help of the community. We is a tight community up here in Modest. I love it, but from what I experienced, we get no help from Donaldsonville to come up here to help us with anything. Nothing. Hi.
Good afternoon. We're in the Modest community. We live on the West Bank of Ascension Parish, and this is the Modest community, and we've been affected by the hurricane that occurred on Wednesday. So we're going around talking to a couple of residents here in Modest to find out if they've received any services or if they've received any resources since the storm. So please introduce yourself. Tell them who you are.
My name is Chester Thomas.
Okay, and can you tell us what happened?
And had a big tree fell over here, and it don't look like I'm ever getting the help. I need some help over here.
Okay.
I'm thinking I have asthma and everything. I can't do nothing for myself, but I definitely need some help.
Okay,
If y'all can help me with something, just try to do something for me. I ain't got no water, I ain't got no generator, I don't have anything. I need somebody to help me with something over here. So I hope y'all.
Good afternoon.
So Super Scent, who is a business owner, she owns the crayon case. We are using her page. Thank you to Super Scent. If you don't follow her, you should follow her. She is great. She's a great mom. She's a great businesswoman. She is a great pillar of her community of Louisiana, New Orleans. She loves her city, and she put out a call. That video was she put out a call asking, could somebody come and help her, that she was going to get some pallets of water and she was going to go down and take water. And this is exactly what she did. She got her family, she got herself, and I don't know who else. She went to Walmart and she bought almost all the pallets of water and had a police escort and handed out the water. So, and we probably gonna have to mute that part because of that copyrighted music that played.
Yeah.
But that's what she did. But those people, and I don't know if the Red Cross is helping. Yes, nope, not even. I'll send you that.
Yeah, I don't think they're helping them. Joe Biden just declared a national disaster yesterday. So FEMA and all those other services probably haven't.
Please, it takes so long for them to mobilize. I mean, these people have been out of power since last Wednesday. You heard the old man say he got asthma. That tree was down in the back behind him. You know, it seems like every time, you know, this area is hit, because it is a predominantly, you know, us area, Black African American area, they don't get any assistance in the proper amount of time.
Well, actually, you know, Modest is a variety of people there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but I feel like, you know, this is always this area, you know.
So, and it's a smaller town. They got about 10,000 people in there. I don't know who controls their city services.
She said someplace called Danish or Danville, something. Yeah. They went down there and they wouldn't give them any services. They didn't have any services or whatever. But, you know, Super Cent put out the call, and she got in her car and she went to the local Walmart because she's a businesswoman, a business owner, millionaire. And she bought the pallets of water and took it down there. Had them put on a flatbed, as you could saw was a flatbed, and handed out the water to the people. And man, I just love the way that she just gets up and she just acts. You know, she don't have to, but these are the things that we should be doing in our community, helping our community when there's a call, you know, for our community. And you know that's right. Nope, not even. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna try to get some more information. As far as I know, the Red Cross hadn't even been mobilized at this point. And I think the Red Cross can't be mobilized until they declare a state of emergency, right?
I think it has to be a state of emergency.
Right. And so if you're telling me that they just did that yesterday, I mean, these people have been struggling since last week.
Biden in the office sleep.
And y'all don't get it twisted. I love Shawan. You know, like I said, she have her own thoughts. She have her ways. But overall, she's a good person. I'm gonna ignore her last comment because her president looked like he was about to fall off the podium the last time.
In the office sleep.
He looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame at the podium trying to answer these questions. So
my president was looking good. What you talking about, girl?
Y'all, Shawani, okay, please donate to the platform, whatever her given platforms are, because she needs to get some glasses. They'll investigate themselves and find no wrongdoing. That part, whatever, Justin. I know you a Trumper.
Nope, not even. Wake up, old man. Look at put it in. Nope, not even. Wake up, old man.
I'm finna kick Nope, not even out of here. Remember, she the one working for Massa and shouldn't be up here. I'm finna sneak. All right, y'all. We gotta get out of here. Thank y'all for being with us this morning.
Said Bush was in the bushes.
Now y'all just roasting. Thank y'all for being with us this morning. Okay, I'm gonna let Shawan go back and take a nap because
Yeah,
she got
because I'm
issues.
struggling right now.
Okay, y'all be good.
All right.
Yes, it's crazy.
Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.